Okay, so this is the movie review for, well, thoughts, rating, all that for the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. Or I think it's Deadpool and Wolverine. It's something like that, right? The two of them together. This film it's good. It's good. It's really funny. That's one thing. I recall watching, I think I've seen the other two or whatever. I know I've definitely seen Deadpool before. Don't remember much about it, but it was funny. I did enjoy those. And so, initially I wasn't excited really to see this. I wasn't going to, but it's I didn't want to go right home straight after, so I said, well, why not, right? And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did because actually that film was really good. That film was good. That film was nice. Yeah, like right off the bat, it's funny. It's really funny. And then it's like very violent and gory, and I like that they break the fourth wall, or third wall rather, or it's I don't know if it's third or fourth. They acknowledge the audience, and they're like, okay, now we're gonna give you the fight because this you guys want to see us fight each other. We're gonna give it to you, and they like they're like kind of maybe sort of polar opposites in their personalities, and they get into a lot of confrontations a lot of time in the film, right? And so there's like the favorite fight in that movie is the car scene where they're fighting it, because before he's stabbing him and shit, or no, I think he was, oh my god, I don't know if he was stabbing him or just talking to him first, like they're arguing and he told him something that was true, right? He told his truth to him, and he said like he kind of asked him like, well, what's gonna what are you gonna do now? And he just says, well, I'm gonna fight you. Like, I guess I'm gonna fight you. What am I gonna do now? Well, I guess I'm gonna fight you. And yeah, sure enough, right? He does just that. He fights him. Oh, God, that was hilarious. And yeah, so the minivan scene when he fights in the minivan, that was my hands down my favorite scene. Um, I mean, there's a lot of scenes. Like I say, this is my favorite scene. There's a lot of good scenes, but that was one of my favorites. Was that minivan? They get it from Nice Pool. It's Nice Pool's car. Nice Pool I liked, and he actually dies. Because he says, "Oh, don't worry. How long it'll take you to regenerate?" He tells him that, like, how long would it take you to regenerate? And he looks at him with a dumbfounded face, right? So he comes to the realization that, oh, this guy doesn't regenerate. This guy, he doesn't have my ability. He don't regenerate. That's it. All the other pools, and we kind of assume maybe the other ones, you kill them, they die, so you get to kill them. But then they start getting up right afterwards, after all that fighting. And I like when he jumps out of the back. It's so violent and gory. That's another thing I like about it. But he jumps out the back, and like Wolverine lands perfectly, and he he doesn't land perfectly, and he says, man, all that action just for me to mess up the scene when I come out. And that's what you remember about it. That's what they remember me for. Me coming out and flopping them hard on the fucking thing. It's yeah, this film is good. This film is, it's action packed. It's fun. There's only one scene in the film that I can think of. Well, I guess there's two scenes that are like sort of the slower. But that's what I expect that in the film. We can't have action all the time, so we're gonna have some scenes that are slow. But I didn't mind them. Right, they're scene where we're going down, and because they're important scenes. Right, one of them is the girls trying to manipulate Wolverine into saying, oh, the Void can do whatever you want. She wants to destroy all the universes to just have the Void. But she gets it. I like that she gets this idea real quick, real fast. Because before, like, the British guy, he was the villain. But then she's like a villain, but she's in the Void. But then they make the deal with her to like help, like, hey, help us get back. And oh my god, I don't know. I guess just help us get back. But of course, she's evil. And then she Wolverine knows her brother, I think. I don't know. You have to watch the movie to know the lore, to know who some of these people are. Although I think the guy with the cards that has the French, Louisiana, Quebecois accent type thing. I think he's because the Blade, I recognize that guy. I've never seen the movie, but I recognize him. And apparently there's only one Blade, I think, too. Because he says, oh, Punisher films. That's what the rocket launcher the guy used in the film Punisher. And Deadpool's like, well, which one? There's 5 of them. I've only seen the original Punisher, only the first one I've seen. Yeah, that's it. I've never seen any of the other ones. And Blade I haven't seen, but I've heard about it. Kills vampires, I want to say. The girl, and I don't know where she's from, but she's definitely from X-Men or something, right? Because I know I saw in they do like a little bloopers at the end of the film, which is nice. Because you get bloopers and you get the post-credit scene, right? You get two things right there. But yeah, we get the bloopers, and in the bloopers they show her fighting. So I'm like, okay, so she must have came like from X-Men or something. I keep saying too. What was I thinking of? But the guy, and I like when Deadpool mentions, who's your dialect coach? Who's your dialect coach? Because with the minions, because your accent, it seems like it's all over the place. Like you can't really decide what your speech. That guy, the actor, kind of reminds me of Channing Tatum. I wonder if it is Channing Tatum, because I looked at this actor and I was like, he looks like Channing Tatum to me, the actor. But yeah. Anyhow, what was I thinking in my head? My God, what was I thinking? Oh yeah, I like it. I like the use of the accent. I like that it's for me. It sounds like he's supposed to be French, or he's French descent, right? Like sounds like to me like a French Creole type guy. That's what it sounded like to me, a Creole accent, a Creole Louisiana accent. And I'm curious to know more about the decision that went into like, oh, let's make this character, and I think that guy, because he mentions like, I'm not sure if maybe I was born here. Or like, he makes like little references in that one scene about, I was born here. People never knew, maybe people never even knew who I was. Oh, I wish I could have had the opportunity to save people. So I think that was a character they introduced specifically in this film, is that guy with the cards. And the cards explode. He throws the cards at people and they blow up. It's And then the girl, which I guess it's the same actress, right? Because that's when she was a little girl. But then in this universe, she gets banned, right? The Void, people get, but they get banned like in different universes, right? There's different, and we know like there's like 100 different Deadpool universes, because there's like 100 different Deadpools, right? Or like, so, number close to that, right? I like when Peter shows up for that one scene in Deadpool, and they were all recognized, that's not Deadpool, that's not another Deadpool, that's Peter. And they all love him. They all have very fond and happy memories, because Peter is, and they said every Deadpool universe has their own Peter, and he's just the best friend. He's the best friend, basically. That's what he is. Peter's got these chain on his nipples, and then one of them connects down to his dick. And and because there's like a birthday party scene, and in the scene, like, oh, just pull the chain. Oh, sorry, because he pulled it, or she pulled it. She pulled the chain, and he's like, oh, sorry, from pulling and hurting you. He's like, no, that's part of the assignment. I like that character. I like that character too, and I like when he shows up, all the Deadpools are happy, and one of them explains. I think they all kind of explain that. Oh, sorry. Oh my God, sorry about that. I'm choking on my own spit. But they all kind of explain that every Deadpool universe, they have their own Peter, right? In every universe. Oof. Oh my gosh. I hate when you cough hard, because now I may get hiccups, because I felt like I just swallowed some air. So I may get a hiccup, I don't know. But yeah, Nice Pool dies, right? He dies. The dog's still alive. And so I guess in this Deadpool, in this universe, he keeps the little dog pool. So that's cool, huh? The kind of like the most I guess the darkest joke is in the film. It's like towards the end of the film, where the woman that's in charge, I guess she's like a superintendent of some sort, but she says, I'm going to show you something huge. I'm going to show you something big, or I'm going to show you something huge. And fucking Deadpool says, oh, that's what Scoutmaster Johnny. That's what Scoutmaster Johnny used to say. Oh my God, the whole crowd in the audience said, oh my goodness, that was dark. Like everybody kind of exclaimed, I think that's the word. The darkness of that joke. That joke was dark. I think that by far was the darkest joke, period, in the entirety of the film. And I like that throughout the film, Deadpool will make references to like 20th Century Fox or Disney. Well, actually, Disney, that's what it was. He'll make references to Disney, and like the anal play, like when they first show up at his house, at his door, at the parties, like towards the beginning with the party scene. He says, I'm no stranger to pegging. I'm no stranger to anal play, but Disney is. Oh my God! And there's expletive, there's dirty joke, there's blood and violence. I like when he talks about the Wolverine movies. Like, there's kind of, I like when they do this little breaking the third wall, acknowledging our reality type thing, right? Another example is when he talks about Wolverine's movie. Like, all of them rated PG-13, except for the last one. The last one wasn't rated PG-13. It had more oomph in it, I guess. The stakes are higher. We need to be a little more umphy in this one. It's oh my god, there's one scene where this guy, he gets like the spikes in someone's like ass, and then he gets someone's dick, and he's trying to get the spikes out of like each person, and there's this dude that has no helmet on for some reason. And it might be the guy that said, "I don't like you." It might have been him, now that I think about it. Like, it might have been that guy, maybe. I don't know. Because there's like, I guess he's like the leader of the mercenary men in a way, because he doesn't have a helmet on. And that's, that's usually like an indicator that, oh, that's like the leader. That's the one. I thought maybe he'd be a recurring character, but he wasn't. And he might have died in that scene. I don't know. Unless there's just another guy. Because he kind of didn't look like him, if I recall. Right? But he just says, man, that's nasty. Because you can see Deadpool, he's wrestling, he's got sword in each guy's like crotch, genital region, and he makes that comment. I thought that was funny, like, oh, that's nasty. That was funny to me. There's so many funny moments in this film. There's so many. The love story, I guess maybe the weakest part for the film for me, and maybe this is because of previous film they established this, like kind of the love part of it. I don't know what's going on with their relationship. Well, I guess, she tells him, like, I guess she wants him to amount to something, right? And he's not amounting to something, or she can see that he failed, and he's been pushed down, and he hasn't gotten up, and he's not even allowing her to feel that pain with him type thing, ordeal. I think it's something around those lines, right? Because she even says to him, like, let me grieve with you, let me feel it with you. This kind of reminds me of the Asphalt. When I saw that scene, it reminded me of Asphalt City, because in Asphalt City, right, he's going through like the traumas that you can experience being an EMT, and she tells him, right, his lover, girlfriend, whatever, she says to him like, hey, why don't you let me in? Why don't you let me in? You can confide in me if you need someone to talk to, and he wouldn't do that, right? So I guess it's kind of the same thing with Deadpool with her, right? They kind of shut the person away. Even the Hillbilly Elegy movie, they did this, right? The guy, he shuts Osha away from going deeper into the relationship, I guess, in some way. And this is like a common theme. I can even say maybe a parallel in my own relationship with this, right? The person cuts you away, and they don't want to let you in. And so you kind of pull away as a result, right? But this film's nice. It's happy because, we see towards the end, that she holds his hand. They seem like, the love is still there, right? The love is still there for each partner, each party. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm glad I saw this film, actually. This film was nice. It's really, I love the violence. The blood, the gore, the guts, all that shit. Like, this film is violence, my goodness. It's The Boys. It's like with The Boys, it is The Boys superhero. It's like, it's really on par with The Boys. It's and I love it for that very reason. I love it for that very reason. Like, that's just and then the humor, like I said, the humor is just crude. Ryan Reynolds, he has this dancing sequence in the beginning of the film too, and it was just awesome. It's kind of like half-heartedly good dancing. It's because you don't have to be perfect. It's just the confidence. What makes it perfect is the confidence and the charisma and there's like swag to it, right? I don't have to be a good dancer if I'm confident, right? Maybe that's what they talk about, sometimes, getting through in life or being an impact on people. It's just your confidence alone. The fact that you just do it with stride, And I think this actor, he kind of naturally has it already. He's just the perfect person to play this, right? And he's like naturally funny and shit. And yeah, it's just awesome. It was an awesome film. And I like the chemistry. I really like the chemistry between the two characters. I like in the post-credit scene, I'll explain this, right? The last little tidbit, because I probably can talk about so many things with this film, but I like that, we see the flame guy, he gets his skin ripped off. Because in that scene, Deadpool's saying all these words, and the flame guy's like, what? I didn't say that. No, I didn't tell that. I didn't say that about her, right? And so, like, in the post-credit scene, because it's quite a gruesome death, right? He gets his skin ripped off, and then all the flesh falls down. So it's quite graphic and violent, It's I like when Deadpool describes, the organs came crashing down, the blood soaked into the earth. Oh, it was terrific, right? I liked how he describes it. But what else was I thinking? In the post-credit scene, he said, well, hang on, let's rewind, and let's see what happened in that sequence. Because people are telling me that I killed him and that he didn't actually say this shit. And then we see in the post-credit scene that he did say all that. And he kind of was egging him on. He kind of was like egging him on and like, oh, go on, queen. Oh, go on, girl. Keep telling me about it. It's that was good. That was funny. That was hilarious. It's yeah, 15. We can end it right here. Yeah, this film is awesome. This film is awesome. I look forward to going to the movie Discord that I'm part of, and seeing the spoilers for this film. That's going to be exciting. I thought of maybe spoiling it for myself, but I thought, well, no, let me hold it off because I may actually go see this film. And I'm so glad I actually bothered to see it because it's good. It's good. I would recommend it. 5 stars for me. Awesome movie. Funny as fuck. Nice storyline. Does it do anything different, subvert the narrative? No, I guess not really, right? It follows the same principle. But that's okay. It's nice. Actually, it works. It really works. And Disney, Wolverine died, Fox killed him. Well, guess what? Disney brought him back, bitch. Because now it's multiple universes. Maybe that's the one. I feel like they even touched this in the film. He even said, listen, the Wizard of Oz did it perfect, and we should have listened to the gays. When they said, they did it perfect. We should listen to the gays. They did it perfect. But now everybody wants to do these multi-universe type movie type things. And right now they're just getting redundant. They just people are not feeling them anymore. And I actually had a conversation with a friend about that Marvel film, right? I asked him if he's going to see it. And he mentioned that he's probably not. And if I recall correctly, one thing he mentioned about Marvel was, the multiple universes type thing. They're doing... This is a thing now in the movies. There's different universes, and one ends, but then this one gets introduced. Ugh. So I like that even in this film themselves, it's a multiple universe film, right? But even in this film themselves, they bring up that same thing of how do you call that same point is brought up of Wizard of Oz did it. And I guess maybe it's popular almost the gay community, right? Or something. But Wizard of Oz did it and it was perfect. It worked out well. But now everybody else, a couple years, decades, whatever later, we're doing it now. And it's just not, people are telling us, can we not? Can we just have one timeline? And that's it. There's actually no 3, 2, 4, 5, whatever the fucks in some other timeline. No, this film is awesome. Yeah, Deadpool, Wolverine and Deadpool. Definitely recommend. Thank you for listening.